All right. So this came out from Daniel. Haggai 2 is playing to Daniel. And so that's why the Hanukkah celebration is occurring on the 25th, which is the evening of the 24th. But they actually have the celebration the next morning, bringing candlelight. I don't know why they did it in the daytime, but according to Maccabees, it was done during the day. Doesn't make sense to bring out candles during the day, but anyway. All right, they have a torchlight parade, basically, to the temple, dedicating it on the 25th, supposedly in the morning. I forget where that is in 1st and 2nd Maccabees, but I quote it in my webpage. All right, when the 2300 evenings and mornings were up. All right, so when you get here to, this is really famous then. Daniel 8 and Haggai 2 are really famous. So when Matthew is talking now, he's talking to people who know this very well. The same thing with Luke. Okay? So stuff that Matthew's talking about, he doesn't have to tell them about the prophecy of Bethlehem. He does have to tell them, quoted here, because he's showing how Herod didn't know. Okay? Because Herod didn't care what the Bible said. He has to put that in there to show that, he's disobeying the law there and all this other stuff. Okay? But notice the kind of behavior. Remember, Nazar means to dedicate and consecrate yourself. Chanuk means you dedicate something else. So Chanukah is the temple being dedicated. And of course, God is dedicating himself to our salvation. Therefore, Jesus is born in Bethlehem, just as promised. Okay, so we have Jesus' dedication right here being, started. Okay, but what is Herod dedicated to? Herod's dedicated to killing, as we saw right here. Well, wait a minute. Herod. Where is the Herod thing? Come on. Yeah, they went on their way and then they left. I just showed it to you in the last video. They saw the star, then they warn and they go away. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry, verse 16. See, this is what Herod was dedicated to. So, Matthew's playing on what everybody's dedicated to. The Magi were dedicated to finding Messiah. All right? Herod was dedicated to stopping it. And he plays this game. All right? They, meanwhile, are still dedicated to finding him, so the star, which is really an angel, as we saw, leads them to where the child is. And of course, now they don't need the star anymore. They leave off their gifts. And now there's no star, but the angel that led them there warned them in a dream. And I say that because economy of Greek language, you mention the angel here but not here. It means it's the same angel probably. Okay. And so now Herod, who is dedicated to searching for the child to destroy him, is countered by Joseph due to a dedicated angel who is dedicated to the Magi and now dedicated to Joseph, the same guardian angel that they saw. All right, see, this is the guardian angel talking now. See that? Is this clever or what? Angel's lights, the feast of lights, angel lights, angels' bodies are made of light, dedicated to the Lord, guardian. Okay, dedicated guardian, philoso means guardian. We're going to cover that when I get to Luke 2 for a minute. Okay, dedicated to Joseph, assigned to him, talking to him in a dream, also talked to the Magi in a dream. Because it was the same angel. See, stars of God, sons of God, bright morning star. They were all called morning stars. That's in Job. Okay, and the morning stars sang together for joy. That's a designation for the angels. That's why the Christ is called bright morning star. He's higher than the angels. That's in Hebrews 1. Okay? So this angel was dedicated. Joseph was sure dedicated because he marries Mary anyway. All right, Mary was obviously dedicated. Christ is dedicated in the temple, however. And there are all these other dedications to cover. But right here we only see Joseph's dedication, Mary's dedication, the angel's dedication, the Magi's dedication, and Herod's counter dedication. Okay, Herod secretly, yeah. Got that? So you see all these dedications? So that's why Matthew waits. You know, that's why he waits. He had said the house of Nazareth right here after coming to the house. They knew the house was in Nazareth. Okay? And the point is, Joseph was so dedicated to what the Lord said, he went back to Nazareth. Now you understand that Ramah is all the northern part of Israel. So Herod knew where the Magi had gone. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this warning. So the Magi were coming, not Magi, but Herod was coming to Nazareth to get the kid, to get Christ, to kill him. That's why Joseph had to leave. So Herod knew that Joseph was living in Nazareth. Got that? But he comes back. That's his dedication. And that's why this is funny. He shall be called a Nazarene. Yeah, because he's dedicated to our salvation. Okay, so you see all that wordplay, and that's why Nazareth is mentioned last. First of all, everybody knew what it was. Secondly, he mentions it already in verse 11. All right, after coming to the house. And most importantly, he's stressing the fact that they came back to where Herod already knew they were. See? Those who sought the child's life are dead, but he had to leave the first time because Herod's going to search for the child to destroy him. So Herod's going to know it's Nazareth. But Joseph goes back to Nazareth anyway. Got that? So the dedicated one goes back to the town called dedicated. See the wordplay? And all that is wordplay on Hanukkah. Now Luke does his own version of this same thing. We'll see that in the next episode.